And we are live. Hello, people in the house. I see Aunt Beck and Cindy is here already. And it is Thursday, 10:30 Central Time. That means we are live. Hello, Shell.
Hello, Peg.
How you
I'm
doing?
surprised it's Thursday.
What's that?
I'm surprised it's Thursday.
I am. I got up this morning. I thought it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
And my husband says, "You going grocery shopping?" And I said, "It's a little early in the week." And he says, "Well, it's Thursday."
Oh.
I get lost. This whole pandemic thing, I lose track of days. Do you guys lose track of days?
I think all of us are losing track. It's hard to keep an eye on everything. It's just there's too many things, and yeah. So we both showed up. We made it. It's Thursday.
Well, I had somebody keeping track of me, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, I'm sure that the people would have told me if I mean, everybody downstairs knows that I do Thursday, so
Yeah.
when I went down there to cook breakfast, they probably would have said, "Aren't you supposed to be working?" Like, oh yeah, what day is it?
Yeah. So today, hi Sybil, hi Barb, hi Andrea. Today is all about, it's July and we have new challenges, right?
Yep, new challenges. Last month's challenge was awesome. Huh?
You want to tell them about it? Because I'm losing my mind and I can't remember anything. So
Sure. Every new month in our Joy of Sharing Art community over on Facebook, we have a couple challenges. There's a lot of new people in the group and they seem to be confused. So we want to let you know about the major things that we do every month, and that is Pick a Stick Challenge, which used to be its own group, and we folded it in to Art Joy of Sharing because it was too much for us to keep track of. Pick a Stick Challenge is a randomly drawn sticks with one word written on them challenge, and we draw 10 sticks. 2 of them are colors, and this month it's cocoa and pistachio. Sounds like dessert.
Oh yeah.
And then the rest are over here, and they're just random things, and you can interpret them any way you want. You do this first 6 in order. You can do something before, you can do something in between, you can do something after, but you need to do these 6 in order. If you get stuck on one of these and you just cannot figure out something to do with one of these words, you can replace it with a wild card, which is these 2 down here, which are sponge and repeat. If you don't like one of these 6, you can throw those in there. Or if you want to, you can do all 10. And that's always fun. And this challenge, the 10 stick challenge, is designed for art journaling. It's a good way to get you started on a page and make you do stuff that you probably wouldn't have done otherwise, which is what the whole idea is getting you inspired to do some art. And these prompts this month that Peg drew are awesome. I love them. Another thing that we do every month is a mood board. And a mood board is a collection of pictures. And this month Peg did it. We just switch off back and forth each month. She's got very summery pictures on the mood board. She's got some citrus fruits and pineapple and colors like orange, which I'm obsessed with right now. She's got
Where does it look like I want to be?
I'm always obsessed with ice cream. She's got palm trees. So you get the idea. You look at this and you say, oh, I like these colors, or oh, I like these shapes. It could be just the circles. Maybe that's the only thing that's inspiring you, is just the circles, and you want to make a page about circles. Maybe it's about the colors of turquoise and orange and yellow together. Maybe it's about ice cream. Maybe you just want to make a giant ice cream. Or maybe you're just thinking about a tropical place with a sandy beach that you might want to go. So that's just to inspire your art. It doesn't matter what kind of art it is. We just want you to do something. Also, every month we have a group of other people who make YouTube videos who join us in these hashtags, and you can also join in. This month is all about fluid media. So that can be watercolor, which, by the way, it's World Watercolor Month from Doodle Wash. So we'll probably be doing lots of watercolors. You can also use fluid acrylics, acrylic ink, alcohol ink, anything that's a liquid form. And you can use these hashtags, AJOS 2020 water or AJOS 2020 alcohol. These are a couple And then, of course, hashtag World Watercolor Month. And then we can find your art by searching with the hashtags. Hashtags just label things and make them easy to find no matter what social media you post it on, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter or whatever that is out there. So those are our challenges for this month, and that's what we were talking about for this live stream. Today I'm going to do Pick a Stick Challenge, and I think that Peg is also, because a lot of people have been asking about Pick a Stick Challenge. Like, what is it? I don't understand. Yeah, it's been around for a long time. These people are definitely very, very new.
New people in the house that have been sharing with me, and I'm going to share a little bit of their art too, because it's pretty darn cool. I love getting happy mail. So Barb had sent this beautiful card, in case you hadn't seen that, guys.
Oh,
check it out.
Pretty hearts.
Is that pretty? And then she was, instead of doing the ATC, she was doing tags last month, so she shared one of her tags with me. Isn't that beautiful?
Gorgeous.
So that was beautiful art from Barbara. And then my friend Laura, I don't think she's here yet this morning. She probably has something going on with her family, but she sent me this beautiful card. And I appreciate it so much because it really lifted my spirits. And I thought I'd share with you guys.
Absolutely. Let's see, we've got Marie, Cindy, Barbara, Peggy, Beck. I think there's more. Sybil.
Yeah. Vicky, Rennie, Andrea, Peggy. Yep. Got a lot of people here. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you for coming, guys.
Hanging out with us, because what else have we got to do when we're hanging out at home? I really like talking with my friends.
Yesterday I had to go out to several different places, and my mom's house was getting painted and getting a new garage door put in all at the same time. And then they're working inside too with some drywall problems because there was a huge roof problem which has been fixed. So now everything else has got to get fixed. So I was over there with all of that, and then I went to the grocery store and bought like $400 worth of stuff. And wow, just going out made me exhausted. That tells you how much I haven't done.
Yeah.
And just seeing the people, and people were wearing masks. It is now required. Finally required. So I've got some watercolors, and I'm going to start my background, which the first step is a graffiti, which just could be anything. It could be just random interesting marks, or it could be, whatever. The second step is letters. And what I'm going to do is use this Letter Mania stencil, which I absolutely love. It doesn't really say anything. It's just got a bunch of letters. I don't think it has any numbers. It's all letters, and they're just all jumbled together. And this is from Stencil Girl, and I don't have a sticker on it, so I can't tell you what the number is, but it's called Letter Mania. And I'm going to do it with watercolors. Most of the time, people say, meh, you don't use watercolors with stencils, right? But you can make an interesting pattern with watercolor and stencils. And I'm in I think this is a 10 by 10 square homemade journal that's bound with rings. And this is inexpensive, like an 80-pound watercolor paper. So I've got my Arteza watercolors out, and I've got my Sakura, and I've wetted them up, and I'm just going to mess around with the color green. The reason I picked this one that I made this with tubes from Arteza, is that I put a lot of greens in it. And we got that pistachio going on, which is a delicious flavor.
Yeah, Peggy's talking about orange twist in the freezer.
Oh,
that sounds pretty good.
Yum, yeah. Yum. I always buy those orange and vanilla ice cream bars.
Yeah.
My mother and my father-in-law both really, really like those.
Hi, Terry. Thanks, Barb. Yeah. You guys lift my spirits for sure. And Vicky's saying lovely koi watercolors.
I do like those. They're not the most fancy watercolors, but I really like them.
I'm just hanging out here reading the chat. Why is this thing feeding back? I got to get rid of that.
Are you having
Okay, so
more technical issues? Peg's been having technical issues this morning. She was trying to print something, her printer wouldn't print.
oh, I had to put new cartridges in. You know, I'm just ready for my cup of coffee now because it's been a long morning already.
I'm
starting with some fluid acrylics. I have burnt umber and heavy cream here in brayer because, you know, I want to get that cocoa color going on in the background. And graffiti, I'm taking lightly. This is a sidewalk stencil from Mary Beth Shaw when she was in, where, Puerto Rico?
Yeah, the Puerto Rico
stencils, yeah. So I'm thinking about graffiti on the sidewalk. So that's why I'm using this morning. So I'm just going to load up my sponge and use that in those shades of brown in my background. You know me and brown. I like brown.
Yeah, see, she likes brown. I'm not that big of a fan, but chocolate, forget about it.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
I love chocolate. Some people don't.
I know. Well, but I mean, even people that don't like chocolate sometimes like white chocolate.
Yeah, that's true. It's white chocolate. They keep calling it chocolate, but it's really not.
It's not. There's no cocoa in that.
Nope.
So I've about used up the paint that I have out here. This is just one of those paint palettes that I put my paint out onto, and I think I'm going to go to the green side now. So I'm going to get a little bit of magic moss.
Well, there you go, magic moss. I could use some of that.
Heavy, yeah, we all need some magic in our lives, don't we? Gonna get a little bit more of that cream because I want to bring that down to more of a pistachio tone.
Oops, I think I switched my stencil. No, I guess it was the page.
So I'm going to bring some of that green into the background now too.
I'm just using all the greens. All the greens.
And had 4 of these in her series. Okay. This one is more open, so I wanted to start with that first. And then I'm going to go to the next one, which is more like lines and things to go on top of this. Just add some of that in. Get kind of craggly here. And I want to make a little more of that cream green tone, but this time I want it lighter. So I think I'm going to toss my dirty brayer in the water and go for a clean one.
It's always good to have more than one brayer.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Did I take it out already? What did I do with it? There it is. All right. Yeah, so these are well-loved little sponge brayers. And you can buy the replacements for these. They just pop in and out. I have a whole bunch of them. So you can wash these and use them over a bigger piece, which is like this. I've got a little baby one, and then I buy that pops in the holder. I mean, there's all kinds of little bitty brayers like this that you can get. And because they're sponge, you know, when you get done at the end of the day, you just rinse them out and use them again.
So I've taken the stencil off, and you can see what kind of a graffiti pattern I got with all these different greens. And it's, you know, it's not perfect stenciling, and that's the whole idea. it's imperfect, which I think graffiti is to me. Kind of like, you know, you made it with a spray can, and it's not exactly perfect, but it's still an art form. I used to work with some kids when I lived in LA, and I was in a group of like a neighborhood watch group, and we used to work with the kids that were doing graffiti at the time. And like when a building went up and it had one of those, they were like modifying a building on our street, and it had the wood around it. We had the kids all come, and we gave them their own sections, and they did graffiti art on the wood, which of course it was temporary, but it just looked really cool.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
What a great thing for kids to do.
Yeah, and I mean, I say kids, but they were really more like teenagers.
Yeah.
They had a lot of opinions.
Of spray paint. I should probably get a little bit of that out since we're doing graffiti.
I like it. I think it's cool. That was fun.
I like this. This is cool. Hey, Gina Ahrens, how are you this morning? So, yeah, I think I need a little bit of spray if I can lay my hands on what I want.
I want to make sure this is dry. Just going to give it a little bit of drying oomph. Get those petals out before I seal it. I'm going to seal this because I want to do mixed media, and I want to do more layers on the top, and I don't want this watercolor to smooth around and lose all my interesting patterns, because that would make me grumpy.
I should probably put this in a box before I start spraying my whole desk. One of the, oops, I just put my face in that.
I know I'm going to drink my tea.
So I have a green sheet. Hey, Leslie. So, okay, I've got a box under my desk. That's why I'm sticking my cheek in the paint.
At least it's not your early cheeks.
Gonna get my box out because one of the best things to use with stencils is what?
Anything. I think you can pretty much use anything with stencils.
Yeah. And so, like, if you're gonna spray, I don't normally spray indoors, but if you're gonna do it with something that's safe like this. This is a low odor Liquitex Professional, and you know, you can get away with a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were going to get out sugar.
I don't have sugar. I have Liquitex.
I want sugar.
I had Liquitex long before sugar came out.
Okay, so I put some matte medium in a fluid form over my whole page, and then I took a 2-inch brayer and I brayered it all out. And now when that medium dries, this layer is protected, and I can continue to mess around over the top of it without disturbing my watercolor graffiti, which I'm completely in love with. This is going to be one of those situations that people are always telling about when they say, I made a layer and I just don't want to cover it up. Anybody ever told you that? It's like, I don't understand mixed media. I made a layer and it's so beautiful and I just don't want to cover it up.
Yeah.
Like, I hear you. I hear you, people. I know what you're saying. But you still have to do it. I mean, you don't have to. I guess you could just leave it like this forever and ever and never change it if you wanted to.
Okay, so we got 2 brayers in the water now. And I got my background going here with my graffiti sidewalk. And what's next? Next is letters. Letters. So Letters, quirky, human finger, staple. What do I want to do here?
Barbara, did I answer your question? I think so. I think she was asking me about the fluid matte medium.
Yeah.
She said, what is that, Shell? I'm not sure which thing she meant. Well,
I don't think I want anything quite this dark. I need to find some letters that are not so dark.
Rennie's using my word situation. She sometimes leaves me funny comments on my videos because I say, you know, that graffiti situation or that orange situation. She thinks it's funny. It probably is funny. I don't know. I feel like this, oh, I got this out for a reason. Hello. I was thinking, I still am stuck on graffiti. I really like that prompt. That prompt has never come up in 5 years. Has it? I don't recall ever having graffiti.
Oh man, I just found some fun rub-ons. You know how it is when you go over and dig in stuff? I mean, look at these. They look like stitching, right?
Yeah.
So I've got them in white and I've got them in black. And then I've got these really cool flower mod design ones.
Cocoa color.
And they're orange.
I know what I'm going to do. Aha.
But I did find some letters that are in white. So I think I'm going to do some of them. Because we need letters. And I like these. So get a tool. I don't even know if that paint's dry yet. I should check it, huh?
I don't know.
These are the things that I have hoarded for years, and now they're coming back. Now they're coming back into style. Everybody loves rub-ons.
Yeah, Seth After said he's going to start carrying rub-ons in his store again. And I just kind of laughed. It's like, isn't that over?
No, it's back.
It's back.
And this is a good way to use up the old rub-ons. You know, when we're talking about graffiti and weird stuff, I mean, this is just putting texture into the background. Yeah, use them up. Use them up. I'm saying. Let's see here. Like this one. A few exclamation points. You know, nobody knows what they are. They're just a mark. It's like mark making. It's like easy mark making. You know, the people that are doing all the stuff with the pen, this is the same sort of thing. You're just doing easy mark making.
I got out some Stabilo Woodies. I've been really loving these lately. They're so fun. They're water reactive pencil, like a Stabilo, you know, the black one that you see me use all the time and everyone else in the world. But they're fat. They're fat and chunky, and I don't know. They're fun. I have a whole bunch of them. And when you buy them in the set, they come with a sharpener so that you can sharpen them and everything. They even come with the water brush, but the water brush is missing into my other water brush collection. Of course, now I've just put more water-soluble media on here after I went ahead and sealed it. But I needed some cocoa on here, and this is fun. This is more graffiti. And it'll ground the rest of my stuff because I needed something at the bottom, you know. Yeah. I'm just sort of activating it with a little tiny brush just because I wanted it to look less crayony. because that's the word crayony.
It sure is. Works for me.
You know what I mean? It's crayony.
So if you guys saw my video from yesterday and today, these are pages out of that journal, that watercolor journal, which is an Arnold Grumbacher journal. You may have seen it at the beginning. They're in and out pages. So you can take them out. Like I take these out, take them upstairs, do a sketch on them, you know, and then I've got something to work on. And so like yesterday, I was working on the backside of this, doing this with mostly watercolor. But, you know, now I'm doing the opposite side. And it keeps things fairly clean because I can take them out and then pop them back into the journal. So I kind of like that. Stickers, absolutely. Lots of stickers, lots of rub-ons, lots of, we have a, what do they call it? It's like a secondhand craft store here where people take stuff. I've taken stuff to them. And so you can find some of that stuff dirt cheap in those kinds of stores. So keeping with the graffiti theme, but going towards the quirky side, I have this stamp that has some scribble text kind of stuff on it. And I'm just going to do some random stamping here into my background. This is a archival ink in fern green. You like that, Barb, huh? Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It's actually, it's fairly good size for something like this. I mean, it's not real, it's a nice size to tuck in a bag or something. It's 5.5 by 8.5, but I think they make other sizes of this too. But it has a nice binding, you know. I mean, this all pulls off and you got a nice binding. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, let's get some of this text on here. Get some of that green in here. I want to go here. I'll go this way.
I figured since you were using rub-ons, I'd get some rub-ons too.
Well, yeah.
Some rub-on litters. This isn't exactly dry underneath. But I believe you gave me these.
Maybe.
I think you did.
It's possible. Okay, so I've got all that texture in the background now, but I want to deepen this a little bit. So I'm going to get a brush or a, let's see, this ought to work. I'm going to get a brush and just, you know, bring some of that color in.
Why are you not dry? Why dried you? I can see that you are not dry. Oh, that's not cool. I was just holding my teeth tool with my chin, under my chin, and I burnt my apron.
Oh no! Well, I think I've held it with my chin before, but I don't know if I've ever burnt my apron while doing it. So I like that. The next thing on here. Da-dum.
So are you done with letters and graffiti, or are you still working on that?
No, I think I've done letters and graffiti and kind of a combination of, yeah, quirky letters, graffiti. I haven't gone into human finger staple.
Okay. Well, I'm still working on letters, I guess. I just put a few on because they're fun.
Because they're fun, yeah. I'm thinking about this. I don't know, you guys, if I could show you the texture in this. This is so cool. I'm going to take a picture just because the, you know, the way the spray and everything takes and all the layers, you can't get it on video. You just can't get it on video.
Yeah, that's a problem with video. It's too, it doesn't have enough pixels. And so then you end up with, you know, not as good as stuff. But I'm pretty sure that these rub-ons, if you tried to use them up, you would not be able to. There's so many letters in here. Probably why you send them to me, Peg. Like, this is too many.
I'll just cut a piece off. That's what I do.
I am. I'm just saying, like, in my entire life, I will never use this many letters.
Yeah.
Green, you know, green letters. Never going to happen, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, they put them in these huge books. I mean, they're kind of cool, but
yeah, it's like you have so many.
Oops, I need to put
These
a
are fun though, and they come off really easy. These are some of the rub-ons that I've had in the past. You can't get them off the thing. I don't know if it's because they're too old or what, but that's pretty fun. I don't know if you can see it though. Can you guys see those letters? I don't know if I can look this up. The letters are over my scribbles. It's pretty fun. Just trying to check the pages underneath and get things stuck together. I'm a mess. Okay, so I feel like I am done with, we're going to mark them off. I've got my colors, cocoa and pistachio. I've got graffiti and letters. The next one's quirky. And the next one after that is human. And when I saw that, I thought of this idea of weird looking humans that you see out there where they're made out of bits and pieces and parts. And then I was also thinking about dessert.
Yeah.
Because pistachio and cocoa is a dessert, right? In fact, I can prove it. Is that not pistachio and cocoa right there?
Yeah.
It could be matcha, but I think it's pistachio, and I'm going to say that it is.
It sounds like a good dessert to me.
So I decided that I would use some desserts.
Yum.
This one might actually end up going off the page, maybe, because I want some of that other fun stuff I just made.
Gina says she has a fire extinguisher near the art room. Good idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Peggy says, looks cool, Shell.
Thank you.
Very cool.
So I found some stuff that I thought looked yummy, like this cupcake. And then I saw this cake, and I was like, you know what? That looks like a skirt.
Oh, okay.
So then I thought, I'm going to make a little quirky human out of dessert.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I spent my morning in the green room cutting. So that we could have a quirky human.
I want to add some drippity drops here.
Oh, drippity drops are nice.
So I'm just going to add some of this paint up at the top and get my little squirty dirty bottle and see if I can do this without making a total mess.
Where's her crown? I made her a crown. I've now lost it. Well, that's the problem with having these little bits. So I lost her crown. Because she's queen of dessert. Oh, dang it. I'm going to have to find something else to do with the top of her head. I need something to cover up this purse that she's holding, which do not.
There we go. I think I want that to... Oh, well, the next thing was finger, right? I think I'll just do a little finger painting with that.
That makes sense. Maybe it needs to go this direction. Let's hook it under there.
Yeah.
I can hide that stupid purse that she's holding, and then I can put her
That's working for me.
back together. I don't know. Probably going to have to put something else on there. But you get the idea. Why do I have a rub-on my finger? It's not coming off either. And I got her some feet. So that's her left foot or her right foot? Oh, must be that one, I guess. I don't like it. I wish you didn't have that dumb.
Okie dokie. Where are we? Finger. Use my finger. I'm going to staple something on here. Or sponge or repeat. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about repeat.
Repeat and repeat.
Repeat and repeat. It's just a little bit too tall for the page.
Well, I think I can repeat and repeat here. Let's see. Because I really don't think I want to use a staple on here because I've already got stuff on the back side of this page, you know, unless I were just to glue something on that was already stapled. Just my thoughts. So, got my background going here. The next thing I want to put on here, I got this image off of Unsplash, which I like a lot. And I think I'm going to come in from the edge of my page here. And I will get some glue and glue that down.
Sounds like a good plan. Oh, there's your crown. Found it.
Oh.
All right. I think I'm going to glue things together on my underpaper and then glue them on. Because there's just too many pieces going on here.
I don't know. I was watching Mary Beth Shaw this
Like
week.
you.
Yep. I was watching Mary Beth Shaw because, you know, I'm a stencil girl. And she was reading, she'd gotten this hat at an art fair from an artist. And exactly right. I should probably write it down someplace and stick it in a journal. But what it said was, what was it? We can't be mad if we're all holding hands.
Well, that's true.
We can't be mad at each other if we're all holding hands, right? And I thought, oh, that's so beautiful. I love that. Let's hold more hands. Hold one another better. Love your brother and sister better, you know.
Yes.
So that's kind of what this reminded me of, was that quote. I should look that up. Repeat and repeat you did? I love it. I love it. So fun. Yeah, and I think, you know, because this is kind of gray and bland, I need to add some color in here, you know, like we do.
Like you do.
So I'm going to cover this with some matte gel just to seal it down, because this is just copy paper. And I want to put other stuff over the top, so I need to seal it. So that calls for yet another brush. I love my brushes.
Okay, that works. All right.
So I'm just going to get a coat of that matte medium down here and seal this in. This is Deco Art matte medium, one of my faves. I love Deco Art stuff.
Oh, darn it. Well, I was working there for a second.
I love their paints. I love their mediums.
Yep, they have good stuff.
In case you guys are looking for something at a reasonable cost that goes a long way, this is it. All right, so we got that, and I need to dry that off. And it's going to buckle a little bit, but I don't care. I'm journal page. I'm going to stick it down as best I can. Where's my? I need a wet towel here. I've got a chamois. Just to push it in place.
She's funny.
And you can get these at the dollar store. You know, these are great. You can wash them out and use them over and over again. Great for cleaning your brushes on. Good tool to have in the studio. But it helps me get that to stick down. You know, because the first thing when you wet the paper is it wants to buckle. And this just helps me have it make good contact and stay where I put it. What am I missing? Oh, Ingrid crept in here. Hi, Ingrid. Missed you earlier. Hope I didn't miss anybody else. So I'm pretty happy with that. Actually, I think I'm going to switch over to some water media because I've got this stuff that I was using out here yesterday, and I think I'm just going to use right out of the palette that I've already got created. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Grab a brush here. And this is, what am I trying to say? This is a Daniel Smith. These are Daniel Smith paints. And I'm just going to wet down what I've got out here on my palette.
Dessert, yum.
Oh, and I like this color here too. So let me get that one too. Because I want to bring in something more colorful now against that backdrop. You know, this is just the background here. So I'm going to grab some of that and dilute it down to make my flesh tone. There's still some, you know, gray undertones from the print, but I'm okay with that. I mean, I could have painted it with gesso and then come back and done all of that, but it's a journal page, folks, and it's a journal challenge. So I'm gonna go with what it is. And let's see. I want to get some of this. I'm actually going to mix in. What do I want? Mix in a little bit of blue to darken this. Get the tone I want. Easy enough to mix the colors you want.
So one way to make something quirky is to on a person is to change its features a little bit. So I cut out some tiny little eyes, and I'm going to put them over her eyes because it's just funny. From different pictures, make them, you know, different sizes and whatever, just because it's funny. Not for any other reason. It's quirky.
It's quirky.
Well, because we're making a quirky human.
Yeah.
Then I also painstakingly cut out all these other things. I'm trying to get everything to stick down.
I'm going to use some of this red. Contrast against that green.
Staple. You don't want to
need some red. And now this is going to be very dark, and so is the sleeve going to be very dark. So I think over here I may just cut a piece of fabric or something to put in there. I have these wonderful pieces. I introduced you guys to my friend Rachel. She's Soul Rain Art on YouTube, and she makes these wonderful cloths. And I was thinking, you know, I should use some of her. These are actually free. They're free downloadable. So like if you go and check out Rachel, you can pick up some of these from her. But I'm thinking I might use some of that just for that area of cloth there, because I like it. So
I think that's a hazelnut.
if I cut this as if the shirt is coming off the arm here. It's a little too steep. And then this one going this way. We can make the sleeve on this garment. And then I can add a collar. Out of this. And let's see, do I want to use this one? Do I have enough of that one? I should have printed more paper. That's
Okay.
yeah, I like that.
Finger. I think finger painting is a good idea.
And this.
Just to make sure everything's included.
Okay. Means I have to dry this. Hey, Linda Webb. Yeah, go check out Soul Rain Art. It's Rachel Bellamy.
SOULREIGN.
Right.
Like rain like a queen.
Yep.
And soul like the soul inside you.
Absolutely.
She's also on Insta with the same thing. Soul Rain. Did you
I
see my
thought she was Queenpreneur on Instagram.
giant chocolate chips are awesome.
She's Queenpreneur on Instagram.
Oh, that's right. Queen, and then entrepreneur.
Yeah,
smooshed
like
together,
the entrepreneur.
which becomes very confusing.
Well, you know
not
how
as
we
easy.
are. We start one thing and then we go off on another venture.
Yeah.
But it was very generous of her to share these lovely papers. So check her out. Check out her website. She has other art for sale, which is really cool too. So if you can support her, do that.
All right, so I've got pink in one spot and no other pink in any other spots. Also, I've got this letters on her legs, which are bothering me. So I think that I'll start with fixing that by doing some finger painting, which is super easy to do, to get rid of these stupid letters on her legs. So it's just not right. It just bothers me too much.
There's just so much cool stuff out in the world. I don't know if you guys saw. Patty Tolly Parrish just came out with some new stamps from, oh dear, what's her name? KP. Art Foamies. Yeah, she bought Art Foamies. And Patty came out with a new line of stamps, which are really cool. She's been doing a lot of that Asemic writing, and she's got stamps for that now.
Also, a person that I follow, Elizabeth Hilaire, she does paper painting. She just came out with some stamps also, just now, real super recently.
Cool.
With Art Foamies, and also some new stencils with joggles. Elizabeth St. Hilaire Nelson.
Yeah. I did see her stuff. I saw her stuff this morning.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. It's just kind of fun, kind of cool to support fellow YouTuber artisans, you know.
Yep. If you like their art, you should support their endeavors to make money at this time, because, you know, it's kind of tricky right now.
It is tricky right now. Oh, now I got my wet stuff everywhere. Let's see.
Finger painting is fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm just using this.
Some more pink, and then I got out the pink, and I decided I was going to finger paint, and now I can't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop.
Don't stop. Keep going.
It was just going to be a tiny bit. Now it's a little bit more than a tiny bit.
Oh, and you guys, if you haven't seen it already, oh my gosh, I was freaking out this morning. I said, Shell, close your eyes.
Step away from the stencil.
Step away from the stencils is right. Trish McKenna, you know, the one that makes all of these really quirky, wonderful stencils like this.
I love her stencils.
Came out with 4 new stencils in the large size. It's like, oh, I want that. They are so cool. Talk about enabling. I am just enabling everybody today.
You are. You're as bad as Mary Beth Shaw.
I know. Sometimes I can be. Just saying. Sometimes I can be.
Well, that was fun.
But, you know, as long as we're shopping at home, shopping in place,
I am certainly shopping in place. Except for I had to go to the grocery store. It was terrible.
yeah, and I'm even doing that from home because I just, you know, I order online and I drive up and I dump it in my trunk and I take it home and put it away.
I was going to do it, and then I realized the way that I shop is I can't remember everything I need. The way that I shop is to go to the store and find stuff. And so it really doesn't work for me. Unless I really buckled down and made a list, you know, I would really have to like change the way I do it, which might be a little tricky.
Yeah, I just know how we cook and eat, you know, so I can pretty much do that. All right, now I have paper on here again. What does that mean? That means I have to seal it. Hey, SS Quilts, how are you? Of course, I encourage stencil acquisition. Have you not seen my collection?
I spent like 4 hours the other day just putting hangers, sticking hangers on stencils that I hadn't yet processed and putting little labels on them.
Yeah.
I finally got them all hung up in the closet because they were everywhere. It was like an stencil explosion.
Did you see that? Rennie says she went to Costa Rica with KP. How cool is that? I want to go.
Wow.
I want to go. I didn't know she went to.
She says, Peg, stop enabling. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, well, ours have to hang because there are not drawers big enough for them anymore. I should put a picture of my stencil rack up here. It's overflowing.
I don't know about staple. I don't really want to staple anything.
I don't either. Now this is watercolor, but I'm trying to seal it down best I can. Because I have to come back and do more work now, you know.
I guess I could staple. How much time do we have left? Oh, half an hour. That's plenty of time. I'm going to cut this.
Stacked. Yeah, well, and here's the thing. The newest ones I want are the 12 by 24s. I'm thinking, now where am I going to put those? But I have some big projects in mind.
No, I want just
Okay.
less.
That is real wet, so I got to dry that down. So I'll try to remember to come back to this video later and put links into the stuff we've been talking about today. If I don't, make a comment and remind me, because I get distracted easily. Squirrel.
You'll be distracted after this by watching Mary Beth Shaw do her "What Day Is It," and then you'll go to Stencil Girl and buy some more stencils. Or whatever else it is she shows, because she's the biggest enabler in the world.
Yeah, she is. I got a little bit there. I need just the tiniest little bit.
I wished I had time to do some graffiti writing.
Seal.
I mean, not graffiti, but like writing with a bunch of letters. You know what I'm talking about. But I'd have to go cut out all the letters, which would not work for me. I have a few here, but I know I don't have enough. So that's not going to work, so I'll do it a different way. I'll just use my label maker.
So instead of staple, I think I'm going to sponge repeat. You know, it's like rinse, double rinse. What did I do with that? What did I do with that brush? There we go. So I'm just getting out that green ink again, coming back to the top here where we had dripped a little bit of that, and I want it to meld with the rest of the background a little bit better. So I'm going to do this. And honestly, I should add a little bit of brown because our colors are pistachio and cocoa, right?
Yep.
So let me get something equivalent to cocoa here. Oh, potting soil. That's kind of cocoa-ish.
Yes, I just use that around the edge of my tag that I'm going to staple on.
Yeah, potting soil it is.
Where's this one? Where
Okay.
is exclamation point?
So I need to get my pit pens out now. Let's see, I've got a brown, I've got a burgundy, got this brown, and a gray. That should probably get me going right. See if I got enough matte media on there to work it. Work it, work it.
Work it, work it.
And I should get my big one out. Got kind of a, I'm going to do a little bit on the arm here too. Give it more of a definition and curve. Those hands that are holding there. See what happened? My plastic broke on my cap. These don't hold up for some reason. I'm mad. Oh well. And then I think that's too light. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. Yeah, I think that's too light. So I'm gonna get some gray here. Put the shadow in. Around here. Blend that out a little bit.
I don't like the color.
That's a pretty light gray. Might need something a little darker. Yeah, I like that better. You've seen us do this before. If you hit this is indie ink, and if you hit it and move it before it dries, you can get it into motion here. Yeah, it could, Sybil. Sybil's making a good point here. She's saying, couldn't staple mean a thing product that you use all the time? Absolutely. Like, this actually is a staple, the matte medium, because we use it all the time.
Oh, all the time. I use it constantly.
Yeah, yeah. Good point. Thank you, Sybil, for bringing that up. Okay, liking that. That background is still awfully busy.
I need to change the color of this background. It needs to be white though.
So, that being the case, I wonder if I can just take a brush. Take a brush and sprinkle in a little bit to tone some of that down. And get my rag here. Yeah, I'm liking that a little bit better.
Needed to change my manila tag to white. Did not like it.
I need to bring a little bit of that pistachio tone back. just to send that background a little further back and get what I want going on here. Like that better. Now my focal point is more of a focal point. And I should dry that because next I need some words, don't I?
Well, you don't have to have words, but it's pretty common. I'm making like a mini tag to staple to my page. With my words. And a cookie, because a cookie, you know. I mean, why wouldn't you have a cookie if you could?
Why wouldn't you?
I can't think of any reason. Especially frosted sugar cookies. So yummy. So I scribbled some of that woody down onto my scratch paper to make some paint to do a little bit of shadowing around my cookie, and I'm picking it up with, of course, a water brush. All about the water.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's pretty cute. It does seem like it needs some pistachio on it, though. But, well, we'll see. Where are all my words? There. You know, I'm probably off screen this whole time. So I printed out some words with my Brother P-Touch label maker.
I like those things.
Yeah. And they fold in the middle, and then you can just peel off the backs and it becomes a sticker, which makes it easy.
Oh, wouldn't you know it? The one letter I don't have. It's okay. I can modify it.
What do we got? 15 minutes-ish.
Yeah.
I should be able to finish this.
Yeah.
Despite my fumble fingers trying to get these stupid stickers. I cut all my fingernails off because they're driving me nuts. And now they're so short I can't get anything. All right.
So I was watching this morning. Luther College had done a beautiful. I should put it on my page. Had done a beautiful coral piece for their graduating seniors because they couldn't actually have a graduation ceremony.
Oh, how
And it
nice.
was so touching. My granddaughter, they're supposed to have a graduation, but they haven't actually scheduled it yet. They scheduled it, take it back. Schedule it, take it back.
Well, Florida's not good right now, so.
Yeah, I know. Boy, do I know.
Same with Arizona. We're in bad shape here.
Yeah, there's a number of states that are in real bad shape right now. Texas, I see that New York is blocking some of the states.
Yep.
They're saying, 2-week quarantine if you come in from another state.
Well, that's pretty cute.
Which they should,
Yeah, they
Stay at
can't.
home with your germs.
Yep. Can't have people running around with germs.
Yeah.
All right, let's just need some finishing.
You see, I'm being very daring today. You know how my spelling usually goes.
I have a stapler. Where the heck is my stapler? It's got staples in it.
Especially when I'm just rubbing letters down. I always get stuff in the wrong order. It's like, oh, what? What did you spell?
No, it doesn't have any staples in it. Why don't you have any staples? Crap. How about you? Do you have any staples?
I have staples.
This one has some staples in it, which apparently aren't coming out. Didn't staple very good. Come on. Well, they happen to be bright green staples, so that's good.
Yeah. Bright green works for me.
So now I got staple marks on the other side, which I'll have to cover up.
Whoops.
Which is sort of annoying.
Whoops.
Happened to my ink pad. There it is. I'm going to go around the edges. I guess I can't. Take it out.
All right, I just had it. Did you take it? Did it go away?
I didn't take it.
Okay. I don't know why I started all of this, but I did.
For fun.
I think I want my other pen. Make it
All right,
easy.
then I just have finishing to do. Let me get back on the screen. There we go. That was staple. I stapled it on. I believe I've completed the challenge.
Yay!
So,
girl, you rock.
I need to just do finishing, and then
Yeah.
we'll be done. We'll be done. I need a brown. I don't want to use black, but
That's good that they stayed apart. That's, yeah.
it's all about the brown today. Where's my water brush? Okay. Let's give some blending to these here. Desserts. Ah, crazy things are happening around here. Throwing pins. These little chocolate chips should definitely have some basis for being there. And this hazelnut or whatever it is. I think it's a hazelnut.
They're talking about a family get-together. Yes, thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up. That's really awesome. We appreciate it.
Yes, yes we do. So because I sealed this with matte medium, I can blend this India ink that's in these Faber-Castell pins with water for a few seconds, or with my finger. Most people do it with their finger, but I'm just doing it with a water brush because it's easy to fan it out that way, which I enjoy. So it's if the paper underneath, because this is watercolor paper, if the paper underneath had not been sealed up, then that would just soak right into the paper, because it's, you know, watercolor paper is absorbent. That's the whole point of it. So just a little tip to keep in mind. When you're doing your
You guys
shadow.
thought I was going to misspell that, didn't you? You knew that I was thinking about it.
You're being real quiet. You must have been thinking.
I was thinking about, yeah, I was thinking about I better be spelling this right, because I was paying attention to the chat and not paying attention to what I was doing. And that's not a good thing, because I really screw it up then. In which case, you just put another piece of paper over it and start over.
Start over. That's what you do. My stomach just started to growl. I must be hungry for breakfast.
I am out of these, so I need another package of something. Hmm. Oh, look. More rub-ons.
Yay!
Let's see. Do I want to? I could bring that color up there if I add.
Okay. Got my shadows done. Need to get a little bit of tinting. I just think she should have a little bit of pink on her cheeks just for fun. She's not wearing very much makeup. Maybe a little bit on her chin.
What do I want to do about that? I think I'll just draw it.
Let's embrace the crazy hair. Let's just embrace it. Let's make it more fun.
Absolutely, Barb. Her fairy. I watched her fairy book this morning. It's really cool. Yeah, and you guys that did the whole month, oh my gosh, so proud of you. Just, that was just awesome.
And a lot of people did. A lot more than previous years. So I guess the idea of growing, or maybe just people are at home more and bored and just need something to do. Whatever's the reason. We like it.
We do like it a lot. How's it going there, Shell?
I'm just about done.
Good.
I'm just doing some.
I'm gonna rub some more words around the edge. These rub-ons need to be used up. But I really like this one from Tim Holtz has a bunch of encouraging words. This says, "Be true in my heart, rise above, no regret, love you." I'm just gonna frame it out with words. Since we're doing graffiti today, just ought to all be loving words, kindness for our fellow artists here.
Definitely.
That's what a community is about.
Yep.
That's why we like our community. so we can share and be kind to one another and not so hurtful as the rest of the world seems to be at the moment. She is brave, live out loud, one of a kind.
It's working.
Really cool words here. Makes a great frame. Just never know how you're going to use. Oh, well, helps if you take the paper off the back, silly.
You think?
Oh dear.
It would probably stick better if you took the paper off the back.
Yes, well, everybody needed a good laugh, so there we go.
Well, that's true.
Just not so bright today. Oh, come on. Rub off of there. Some of these are harder to rub off than others. I will say that.
Oh, that's definitely true.
Of course, now that I've scraped on it, it's probably got worse. There we go. Thank you, Marie.
Hey, do not disturb on that. Oh, that's rude. Anyway.
So we appreciate you guys for coming and joining us. It's been a great time for us to hang out with you. We always enjoy spending these Thursday mornings with you. And we'll finish these up and get some pictures posted in the group. And we'll see you again next week. Right, Shel?
It's done. Yep. This is a pretty crazy page.
I like it, though. I like it a lot.
Because when all else fails, eat dessert.
Yeah, exactly. Bring on the desserts. Pamper yourselves. We'll see you again next time, guys.
Bye-bye.
It's so slow. There we go. Respond, respond, respond.